pop by there and see what they're doing. Coastal guns seem to be a lot more lethal. We might go by Port Arthur, see what they're doing. Doesn't look like any... Oh no, no, there's a Korean port. We might go by there. Yeah, isn't Vladivostok in this area somewhere? Bye! The coastal gun right here, I think. Oh my goodness. I can only imagine what the report would be. American submarine snuck into Nagasaki. Blew up 2 things, a tanker and a merchantman. A merchantman got sunk in Sasebo Harbor. A harbor in Sasebo. Wow. Too fast. And I did technically shell this area. For some reason I can't exceed 8 times, or can't exceed 4 times time compression. Makes me think I'm a little too far to the north.
Yes, sir.
Happening on the surface. The smoke is still rising from the ship I blew up earlier. I was just thinking, what would that do to Japanese morale? Right? something that's docked in a port on the home islands just got torpedoed by an American submarine. And they at least they saw my periscope because their coastal gun shot me. They knew I was there.
Yes, sir.
Hey there. Well, we were told to infiltrate a agent into a Korean island, so we did that. Then I decided it would be a great idea to go sail into SS-168 and go blow some stuff up. It's currently the middle of the day. It's probably early morning. We infiltrated at in the evening. We actually, there's this tanker over here who I think I fired 3 torpedoes at? Yeah. 2 hit her. The third one actually ran aground right here before hitting her. Did we break that one? Something like that. And I ended up surfacing and engaging it with the deck gun. Because apparently there's no coastal batteries right here. And we already proved a few minutes ago how much of a crack shot those coastal gun batteries are. Some of my stuff's still broken. Fortunately, they don't do as much hull damage, although they've only really hit my periscope. The first hit happened as I was infiltrating. They shot me from out of nowhere. I didn't even have them spotted. I just got hit by a coastal gun from the shoreline, and then go over here. Where are their guns? There's some coastal guns. There's one right here. There should be a second one over here. Yeah. These guns shot at me almost the second I put my scope up. They were ready on the trigger. Which, granted, if the other coastal gun reported engaging a unknown submarine, you could argue that all of these guns were made ready, especially after the tanker over there exploded. So I guess there's that. But it didn't stop me from quickly locking up this merchantman and launching 2 torpedoes into her. Which, as I was talking about before, this is, you know, while it's great to sink the tonnage, right? They could probably salvage a good chunk of these boats that I blew up. This is really a morale thing because it is February 8th, 1942. This is before the Doolittle raid. So, and technically I did fire 1 shell into the dirt over there to say I technically shelled Nagasaki, which is where we are. The prefecture of Nagasaki, or the region of Nagasaki. I forget what the term the Japanese use. But, yeah, I technically shelled Nagasaki, and blew up a merchantman in the port city of Sasebo, which I can imagine would be a huge blow to Japanese morale because a submarine successfully infiltrated the home islands and blew up a merchantman in a Japanese home island port. Now, granted, it's in Kyushu, right? I didn't exactly sail into Tokyo Bay and blow something up. I'm thinking about it. Technically, I'm under radio silence for the next 8 hours due to the spy doing his infiltration. We also ran into a troop vessel. I can bring up my captain's log. A troop ship Modern class for 9,000 tons. My first torpedo, I fired it from the surface. I don't, like, ever do surface torpedo attacks. I actually thought the torpedo had detonated prematurely in the heavy sea, so I fired another torpedo. That torpedo failed midway through. The first torpedo actually hit its mark. And then I surfaced and engaged him with our deck gun. This vessel over here, this large composite freighter, I engaged with my deck gun because we are a V-boat. We are one of the American submarines built in the interwar period based on the cruiser submarine concept that the Germans used in World War I, the U-39 concept, or U-139 concept. And I believe U-153 used a similar concept, but we have two 6-inch 53 caliber deck guns. They're supposed to be 53 caliber. Single barrel deck guns. These punch pretty well. The other potential issue is, of course, we are a very old submarine by the standard of this time. Fortunately, though, right before Pearl Harbor happened, Nautilus in particular was in the middle of a refit to acquire new machinery and air conditioning on the East Coast. So basically a modernization of my boat happened just in time for Pearl Harbor to get attacked. So while we couldn't start the career in Pearl Harbor because Nautilus was transiting back into the Pacific at the time. So I guess it would have been interesting for me to start like on the East Coast and have the first like shakedown patrol sail through the Panama Canal, and then meet up in Pearl in probably late December, early January. We started this patrol January 15th. So yeah, right now the plan is to head south. I'm in very familiar territories in terms of stock game. In terms of the stock game? You know, with Fall the Rising Sun, I'm still learning a few different things on how the game handles this stuff. But I used to make runs, patrol after patrol. It would... after I get my Gato class, I would sail up to Midway, sail to Japan, normally do whatever patrol objective I have to do somewhere down here, or over here, and then I would sail down through here, go up the strait, the Bungo Strait, go right in between here, go through about here on the surface. You can get away with this at night. On the surface there are a few coastal guns in here, and then go up through here, and then you take a left through here, you run submerged through this area, you can surface right about here, go through here. This is probably going to be your last opportunity on the surface at night. Typically there's nothing really right here in this port. Your real prizes are here. There's typically a battleship that lays an anchor. I would say probably like potentially one like here. Sometimes there's one over here. Something like this, right? Your real prize, though, sometimes lays right here. Right here. It's either like right here or it's right here. Depending on which vessel it is. Sometimes there's even the Yamato in here. Although, I have not seen the Yamato in stock, other than the Sink the Yamato quick mission. But my version of stock, Truck Island is missing as a base. The island itself is physically there, but if you sail to it, there's nothing there. So I was thinking we might pay that a visit, depending on where command tells me to go. Well, right now we're heading south, exiting Nagasaki. We'll be exiting south. We'll probably poke in to see if there's a merchantman in here. If it's not too annoying a position, I might shoot at it with a deck gun on my way out, depending on if there's any coastal guns. If not, we'll make for deep water, head south, see if command tells us to head towards Japan itself, or if it sends us south. That basically will dictate what I'm going to do. If it sends us south, we'll end up going by truck. If it sends us east, relative east, we'll go up here and go blow stuff up. Assuming, of course, it's as easy as I remember it. And if you've got lots of stuff remaining, you can sail back out through here, sail down through here, go all the way through here, because there's not a whole lot over here. You can just sail down through here. You can basically surface cruise all the way through here. Get your battery recharged, get your oxygen recharged, go through here. Sometimes there's a few merchantmen in here I like to blow up with a deck gun as I sail by. You can go through here. This, you gotta be careful for coastal guns. You gotta go through here, submerge. This is a nice spot to recharge your batteries. This, I like attacking this port too. I like attacking. This normally has quite a few merchantmen. You can sail on through. You go periscope up through here, and you're on to your next prize, which is Osaka and Kobe. This is where your next big clump of warships will be. And again, you can infiltrate through here. Now, in base game, there are minefields in here. I have not hit one, nor have I seen one. But I know there's a minefield here because of the campaign files. The mines are super sporadic. It's like 2 or 3 mines per nautical mile, something like that. I played in here a little bit in base game. I'm curious to see what's changed. I've gone here. This is actually, I think, the first port I ever attacked in base game Silent Hunter 4, just to see if there was stuff actually in here. Base Silent Hunter 4 has a bug where if you go into Tokyo Bay, your game will basically crash because of all the stuff that's in here. Typically, there's a Zuikaku or Shokaku class carrier chilling right about here. Almost always. So that's nice, you know. A nice little rundown. I've done these port attacks a few dozen times. I pretty much know where all the stuff is in base game. Now, of course, in this mod, stuff is different, so I may not have nearly as easy a time now. I think we got hit over here by a coastal gun that's either here or here, so I don't plan on surfacing yet. I mean, we can poke up for just a second.
Yes, sir.
Purge the CO2.
Yes, sir. Surface the boat.
Oh yeah, another thing about this boat
Yes, sir.
is my dive times are atrocious.
Periscope depth.
We tested it when there was a, oh goodness!
Yes, sir.
Ahead flank.
There is a coastal gun. Most assuredly is a coastal gun.
Current depth 40.
Yes, sir.
Go back to a head standard so I don't hit the floor. Actually, we got some depth underneath us now. There most assuredly is a coastal gun over there. Battery is working on it. I just need to get some distance. Once I get out here, I can save, 1. 2, I can surface the boat and recharge my batteries, and then we can poke into here. Into a Fuku. Well, not quite. You have the E at the end of it. I didn't pronounce that correctly. I don't imagine there are any subnets or mines over here. Oh yeah. Fun fact, I was playing around with Silent Hunter 3 for the first time in a really long time. I was actually able to get GWX installed for the first time. And I was playing around with some other mods, including a warship mod, playing as Deutschland. And, oh, okay, something happened there. We'll get to that in a second. But, so I started Wilhelmshaven, right? And, sailed out, turned this way, and I forgot to check something in GWX. That, guide ship that they send out when you go out on patrol that follows you, or you're supposed to follow, kind of important. I sailed too close to the west side. I sailed from like here, and then I turned this way. Yeah, something like that. And I hit a naval mine. I didn't die because I was in a Deutschland instead of a U-boat, so it did minor damage. But yeah, that was something that was funny. It was like, oh yeah, I'm playing GWX, mines exist. I'm so used to Silent Hunter 4 where subnets are a foreign concept, and mines, while technically are in the game, you're never going to see one. Or if you do see one and hit one, it's more of, well, that was amusing. Right, okay. Let me go to sonar because the game just had a moment, so it probably just rendered a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, that's what I thought. Something is behind us. And in front of us? There's sonar contacts everywhere. There's someone over here. I don't want to go over here. There's someone over here. If there's a destroyer out here, this could complicate things. Yeah. Run into the edge of my endurance. We're starting to. That's very faint. Is that a biologic? It might be a biologic contact. How far away are we from shore? 10 miles, that should be safe enough. Surface the boat.
Yes, sir.
Surface the boat.
Prepare to surface. Prepare to surface. Be ready on all 4 engines. Stand by to charge batteries.
Give me some rise on the planes. Blowing main balance.
Oh yeah, we also are not supposed to hunt in this area to help with the spy. I'm sure Kyushu getting attacked by a submarine more than has their attention. The spy can go do whatever the heck he needs. Alright, are we being shot? Oh yeah, let me get back on the bridge. Or hear any splashdowns. I'm going to say it's safe enough to save the game. Stream will probably be ending within a half hour, I would say. We'll see. We'll see what orders we get. I do kind of want to try and sail for one of the major military ports. We'll see. Oops. Go. All set. Let's carry on. Should be able to carry on the surface.
Radar repaired, sir.
Very good.
Radar contact. Bearing. 4-6. Long range.
Yeah, I suppose those would be out here. what is it? My go-to isn't working.
Yes, sir. Periscope deck.
My go-to next object isn't working for that aircraft.
Dive.
Periscope deck.
Start putting down flight vents indicator.
Right, one plane's dive, 15 degrees.
My
Plane's dive,
depth
15
under
degrees.
keel. I do have 100 feet of depth underneath me. My scopes are down, right? Night scope. That's the O scope from base game. Let's go ahead and deactivate.
Secure all battle stations.
I want damage control still active though. This should be fine.
Radar.
Radar, he should clear me. It's fine. If he turns to engage, I'll man my weapons. We haven't had an aircraft attack us yet.
Radar contact. 2, long range.
Let's go and dive to 100 feet.
Yes, sir. New deck. 1.
Dive. Start putting down flight vents indicator.
Right, one plane's dive, 15 degrees. Plane's dive, 15 degrees, huh?
All clear.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and just chill out. Alright, now it's evening.
Yes, sir.
Periscope. Surface. I'm tired of my dudes. I had them at action stations for a while. Yeah, fatigue is pretty high. So calling them. Well, my gun crews are active at least. I guess we're not gonna fix the O-scope. I guess I need to be on the surface. Well, I am on the surface. Why are we not fixing the O-scope? I wasn't using it. Now I've used it, so you can start using it, please. I think they are working on fixing it just slowly. They're not active right now because they're tired. And I don't have a lot of damage control team members yet. Which makes sense. Alright. Get within 12 miles of the port and then I'll probably look at it if we... Okay, what's going on there? Why did like all my frames drop? And that was not the stream either. breaking the local recording real quick. Yeah, that's us. Alright. Battery's actually almost fully recharged. Now, unfortunately, because it's night, I can't see anything. Alright, that just rendered the port. Because I don't want to take a chance of getting drilled for any more meaningful damage, I'm just going to have a peek to see if there's something in there. If there's something in there, we'll run the risk. I want to save torpedoes in case we're gonna have to go after a warship. Land right there. Alright, let's see. Are there any boats in the port? That's what we're looking for. And also, any coastal guns. Any coastal guns dotting this? The thing is, it doesn't really matter because the coastal guns are so small. They're basically pinpoint accurate. I didn't even see any muzzle flashes before. Oh, I guess the ground stopped rendering. Right there. So, where is port then? What's going to happen is if there are any ships here, they're going to be rendered. But the port itself isn't. Another chunk of land.
Relieve the watch.
Just the shift change. That wasn't me doing anything. We might have to get a little bit closer. On the bright side, I didn't see any coastal guns immediately. There might be one here. We'll know if we get hit.
Sonar contact. Warship, constant distance. Bearing, 1-1.
Warship.
Long range.
There is stuff in the harbor. I am going to use the free camera to look at it. I think the warship might
Sonar
be a
contact. Warship,
gunboat.
constant distance. Bearing, 1-1. Long range.
Typically, if there are little warships in this area, there'll be little gunboats. I'll show them to you with the recognition manual. I mean, my battery's charged enough that I could probably make the run underwater, assuming there's not a net. That's what I'm worried about, is if there's a subnet or something like that. Because I've hit them and gotten stuck in a U-boat. This is the first time I ever encountered a subnet. The second time, I thought I would be clever and sailed over it. Right, after I reloaded the game. But no, the subnet killed me instead. It sliced the bottom of my boat open and I died. Alright, here is what we're dealing with here. Here we are.
Sonar contact. Warship, constant distance. Bearing, 1.
There's a few guys in here.
Long range.
There's merchant. This is another like tanker. That's got a gun on it. Is this the warship? Is this one of those auxiliary? Yeah, I think that's an auxiliary cruiser. Okay. Oh no, here are the gunboats right here. Yeah, let's see. Let me bring up the manual. Oh, I passed it, didn't I? That's what this thing is right here, I believe. There's a couple of different ones. Go ahead and close that so it's not ruining your night vision anymore. And then this little tiny thing. I guess I could tell if they're an armed merchant cruiser because of the flag they're flying. I think they'll fly the Imperial Japanese flag if they're the armed merchant cruiser. Are any of them flying it? Or are they flying the normal Japan flag? Well, that's a gunboat. Yeah, you guys all flying the normal flag? So, is there a midget sub in here somewhere? Where's the moon? Can I... Or is it a moonless sky? Moonless sky. Very good. Well, I said I was going to go in. I'm not really going to be able to go in. Yeah.
Sonar contact. Merchant, constant distance. Bearing.
I'm not going to worry about those little gunboats. How many torpedoes do I have? 9 forward, 8 aft. It's probably going to take me 8 torpedoes to sink all of those merchantmen. Not to mention, I don't know if there are any gun emplacements. I'm almost certain there is. It's a good note for later, though. We'll probably come back here in the future. This has stuff in it. This, not really. This, as you might expect, is kind of fortified, so that's kind of more trouble than it's worth. This, on the other hand, is pretty lucrative. I'll remember this.
Merchant, constant distance. Bearing. 4-2. Long
On
range.
the other hand, what's the range? Can I just shell them from where I am? I don't think I have enough ammunition for that, and they certainly have enough guns to dissuade me from continuing. Right. Let's gain some distance in the open ocean. How much time has passed? I believe we're now without, we've been lifted from radio silence. So what I'll probably do is I'll sail down here, go ask command what they want to do. Again, if they send me south, we'll go head to truck, and then we'll do whatever they, wherever patrol. Like, it's gonna be annoying if they tell me to go patrol down here. I'm like, fine, I'll go patrol down here, go loop around, pop into Val, go see what truck's doing, and then head back home to Pearl Harbor. Might resupply in Darwin if it's still available. Might have to go down to Catalonia, France, or American Samoa. Oh, I think Samoa, isn't Samoa under New Zealand protection at this time?
Radar.
Periscope intact.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and dive down. Oh my goodness. Go up to periscope, put the periscope up. Are there any planes?
Radar contact.
Yes.
Prepare to surface. Prepare to surface. Be ready on all 4 engines. Stand by to charge batteries.
Give me some rise on the plane. Loy main bound.
Yes, sir. 1-0.
Okay, good. No radar contact. Let's save and get orders. We've taken hull damage, so we will not get a perfect rating, but that's fine. Unlike in the German campaign cares whether or not you have a perfect or excellent rating. Lovely. Alright, Command, do you have something for me to do? Area abolish.
New message received.
East China Sea. Very good. South it is. I was thinking about going into Kangoshima, but probably not a good idea. We need to remain on station for 5 days within this green circle. We might go poke at Okinawa.
Yes, sir.
For now, we're going to just
Radar contact. 183. Long range.
Yes, sir. Radar contact.
We're just gonna submerge until dark. Our battery recharge is fast enough, and fuel is not a concern yet. If we have to be here for 5 days, it might be.
Yes.
Radar contact.
Bearing 310. Long range. Yes, sir. New depth.
Dive.
Radar contact. Planes dive 3 degrees. Planes dive 15 degrees, huh? All clear.
I will say I am enjoying a lot of success. This playthrough is going a lot more like how I'm used to my stock playthroughs going, honestly. Aside, well, the coastal guns, kind of. I'm not used to the coastal guns being as on the ball, if you will, as these ones were. Alright, get that battery recharged. It should be charged by daybreak. I was thinking, as much for Japanese morale would be for me to sail into Tokyo Bay and go blow up something really big, yeah. I mean, I could still sail back north to Hiroshima. I might do that. Depends on what we find. We have to be on station for 5 days. Ooh. Heading east, they're coming this way. $15 knots. Yeah. Yeah, we might have a shot at that.
4-0.
We might have a shot at that. Well, I will say, if I do end up working on stuff for Silent Hunter 3, I'm going to have chat teach me how to do stuff. Because I don't have nearly as many hours. I have 15 hours in Silent Hunter 3 over the last 5 years. I do not know how to play Silent Hunter 3. I know how to play this game. Task Force. This way? I'm gonna need another update on it. Because if it stayed east, we might run into it. There they are. That's them. If we have a hydrophone contact, that's them. Our engines, don't worry about it. Might need to dive the boat. I'll save the game again in case I am right on top of them. I would like that to be the case. Because I actually felt like the solution I got on that troop ship, that was a really long-range shot. A really long-range shot. It was like 8,000 yards? 7,000 yards? It was something like that. One of the longer shots I had made in a really long time. So much so that I didn't think I actually hit him. So I launched more weapons. Incidentally, those weapons I did launch at him afterward, those are the ones that failed. I don't remember if I fired 2 or 3 torps. Keep heading west until we hit the shallow water. Dive down, see if we can hear anything. We missed them. They're making 15 knots. Nah, he's gonna fly right over us. Oh, wait, well, Nah, he'd have to turn around to engage us. He didn't even bother. He may not have seen us.
Radar contact.
4-0, long range. Yes, sir.
This is gonna be one of those times when I surface right underneath one of those things. I would have loved to have engaged that task force, but I just don't see it. Now I'm gonna get like a pop-up that's like over here or something. We might pop over here and just see what they're doing over here. You know, just say hi.
8. Radar contact. Bearing. 2-2. Long range.
I won't be able to make it submerge from this location.
Yes, sir.
Current.
Warship moving south, and it's a little too far away for me to do anything about.
Radar contact. Bearing. 1-5-2.
Oh, yeah. We should probably
Long
do something
range.
about that.
Yes, sir.
Still about 40 miles out. I don't imagine there's a coastal gun here. I imagine there are some over here. Alright. Actually, that's still a little early, I think. Shouldn't need to submerge yet.
Sonar contact. Merchant. Constant distance. Bearing. 0. Long range.
Yes, sir. Periscope down.
Well, since I'm happy with go ahead and put the scope up.
Current depth 4-0.
Sonar contact. Warship. Moving away. Bearing. 3. Long range. Sonar contact. Merchant. Constant distance. Bearing. 3. 5. 6. Long range. Sonar contact. Merchant. Moving away. Bearing.
Alright.
3. Long range. Sonar contact.
Go ahead and
Closing. Bearing.
do what I did
0.
before, where
Long
I
range.
will show you what's in this port. I remember from stock game that there are quite a few merchantmen parked here. So, I think I'll show you the merchantmen. I don't know if I'll waste my torpedoes on them, because again, I'm planning on using those torpedoes to blow up warships. If it's safe to engage the deck gun with long range, I might do that. Oop, hello. The water. Now we gotta wait till we're a little bit closer. We're still 7
Sonar
miles
contact.
out.
Warship. Closing. Bearing.
Now, how far are we? Within shooting range almost. That means everything should be rendered. It's all right in front of us. In case you weren't here when I explained it earlier, the TV I'm using as a monitor darkens my screen really badly. Well, it's pretty dark in terms of brightness, so I can't really see very well at night. And also I'm playing on a 1600 by 900 window, and the area around the game window is actually rather bright. So unfortunately I can't really see stuff until I'm right up close to it. Like, I would be able to see better if I brought the stream up on my tablet to watch the, what is, oh, that's the seawall. I'm like, what is that? That's a crane. It's like a floating dry dock. Or no, that's a warehouse. It's not floating. I can't see the layout of the port. That's what's going on. Another moonless night. That's when I was looking at Midway. I had the moonlight to illuminate stuff. Here's all that stuff. Here's some merchantmen. There. There's the crane again. There's stuff. Tell you what, here's what I'll do. Swing like this, swing this way, and make an exit like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm aware. We're in shallow waters. Sound general quarters.
General quarters, all hands man your battle stations, all hands man your battle stations.
Alright. All ahead flank.
Yes, sir.
Surface boat.
Ahead flank.
Prepare to surface. Prepare to surface. Be ready on all 4 engines. Stand by to charge batteries.
Give me some rise on the planes. Low main balance.
Standing by to engage in fisticuffs with the deck gun. I don't know if the seawall will be in the way. More importantly, I don't know if we'll be able to see anything.